Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We got some 1961 New York Yankees baseball. It's game 151, and we're in Detroit, and it's a must win for the Tigers. If the Tigers lose this game, the Yankees clinch the American League pennant and will be going to the World Series to face either the Milwaukee Braves or San Francisco Giants. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams in this must-win game for the Tigers. Leading off for the New York Yankees, playing second base is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop is Tony Kubek. Batting third, the home run season king, Roger Maris, the first man in baseball history to hit 70 home runs. He hit two of them against the Tigers in game number 150. He carried the Yankees there. And then you got batting fourth, the center fielder, Mickey Mantle. Batting sixth, playing first base, is Bill the Moose Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field, is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh behind the plate is Elston Howard. Batting eighth, playing third base, is Clint Boyer. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, is Ralph Terry. Now let's take a look at the hometown Detroit Tigers starting lineup in this must-win game. Leading off, playing shortstop is Dick McAleef. Batting second is center fielder Bill Burton. Batting third, playing right field is Al Kaline. Batting fourth, playing left field is Rocky Calavito. Batting fifth, playing first base is Norm Cash. Batting sixth, playing third base is Steve Burris. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Dick Brown. Batting eighth, playing second base is Jake Wood. And on the mound for the Tigers in this must-win game is Frank LARY. Let's get down here to Tiger Stadium, folks, and get this game started. We got Philip Reynolds in the house. And like I said, on the mound for the Tigers is Frank LARY. This is his 15th game, 34th start rather, with 3.31 ERA. He's got 21 wins on the season, folks, 9 losses. First batter he'll be going up against is Bobby Richardson. Let's see if Bobby can get on base. He's batting .257, 3 home runs, and 60 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That'll be out number 1 here in the top of the first. One down, that brings up Tony Kubek. And Tony's having a fine year here for the Yankees, batting .277, 7 home runs, 57 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Kubek. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Calavito in left field, 2 up and 2 down. And here is one of them boys, Roger Maris, batting .272, folks, 70 home runs, 139 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Maris. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Roger. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Brown makes the catch. Yankees go down in order, 1, 2, 3. Yankees nothing. Tigers coming up to bat. McAleef, Burton, and Kaline. And Dick's batting .302 on the year. He's got 5 home runs, 38 RBIs. He'll be facing Ralph Terry. This is Ralph Terry's 24th start of the year. He's got a 2.82 ERA. He's 15-3 on the year with 6 complete games. Here's his first pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boyer at third. Over to Skowron for out number 1. And that'll bring up Bill Burton now with 1 down, nobody on, batting .281. He's got 28 home runs on the year, 74 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Yogi. He's out in left field today. He makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down for the Tigers. Hey, Hunter. That'll bring up Al Kaline. He's batting .304. He's got 16 home runs, 85 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Kubek. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tigers. We go to the top of the second. It's nothing. We got Mantle, Scourin, and Barra due up here against Frank. Mixed batting 303, 48 home runs, 104 RBIs. And that's going to be a ball driven in the center field. Bill Burton just robbed Mick of a base hit. That'll be out number one. Hey, Mike. Hey, Bernie. This is an elimination game, folks. If the Yankees can beat the Tigers, the Yankees win the American League pennant. Here's Mr. Bill Scourin, the Moose, batting 272, 39 home runs, 136 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. And that'll be out number two. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Yogi Berra to get on base here and keep this inning alive. Yogi's hitting 307. He's got 26 home runs and 70 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the wood. And again, the Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the second. Colavito, Cash, and Burris. Rocky batting 322, having a great year for the Tigers. 45 home runs, 136 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. It's Ralph Terry's first strikeout of the game. 1 down, and now Norm Cash, who's also having one hell of a year, batting 337 with 42 home runs and 137 RBIs for the Tigers. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Cash makes the turn. He'll hold up at first with a single. That brings up Steve Burris now, the first base runner of the game. Burris is batting 255. He's got 3 home runs, 44 RBIs. And that's going to be a 2-ball no strike. Count on Steve. Can he take advantage of this batter's count? And he does, folks. That's a base hit in the right field, and the Tigers are making some noise here. Norm Cash will motor on down the third. We got first and third, and only 1 out. The Yankees will play back for the double play. You got Dick Brown and Burris. At first, Brown not much speed. They think they can double him up if they get a ground ball here. Brown's batting 256. And he's got 13 home runs, 63 RBIs. Can Terry get the ground ball and get out of this mess? And yes, he can. That is a tailor-made double play. That ball is hit down to Bobby Richardson. He fires over to Quebec, over to Scourin. 4-6-3 double play erases those base runners. Tigers leave 1 on. We go to the top of the third. It's still scoreless, folks. We got Howard, Boyer, and then Ralph Terry due up. And let's see, Elston Howard's batting 246, having an awesome year. 16 home runs, 75 RBIs. Can Howard get something going here in the third for the Yankees? And he sure can. He drives that ball down the right field line. Just misses a home run, bounces off the wall. And he's standing down at second with a double, folks. So Howard's aboard here. We'll go ahead run down at second for Mr. Boyer, batting 224, 11 home runs, 52 RBIs. Take a heck of a single to get Howard in with his speed, but here's the pitch to Boyer. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll get the runner over to third. So now you got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. And Ralph Terry up the bat here. They're going to bring the infield in. Terry's only batting $169. He does have 5 RBIs. Can he get number 6 here? Put the Yankees on the board and get them the lead. Help himself out. As you know, we don't need no stinking DHs in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And that is going to be deep enough to score Howard. Nice piece of hitting by Terry. He gets an RBI. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead. We got 2 outs, and we're back to the top of the order. and Bobby Richardson. Bobby grounded out the short his first time up. Here's the pitch from Frank, now trailing 1-0. And that's going to be a base on balls. Tigers can't afford to get behind by much in this game. Like I say, they must win or they are eliminated. Brings up Tony Q back. He flew out to Colavito his first time up. Can he keep this 2-out rally going here? And he does. He squares this ball up. A double in the gap is going to probably score Bobby Richardson, folks. And that's going to be a double into right field, right down the first baseline. And that will score Bobby with no problem. And the Yankees take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the third. And now you got Q back down at second for Roger Maris. And he bust this game open here, folks. He's 0 for 1. He got under the last pitch and popped it straight up to shoot to Brown. Here's the pitch. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going number 71 on the year. And the Yankees take a 4-0 lead, folks. And that might just be it for LARY. They can't afford to keep him in this game at a must-win game. Frank's going to bring in a lefty, I would imagine. Just like that, it's 4-0. Like I said, you got to have a short hook in this game. Must win. Let's see who they're going to bring out of the bullpen here. Got a deep bullpen with that September call up. And they're going to bring in, Hank's going to come in here and try to hold this to a 4-run lead and give them a chance to come back. From Frank to Hank. He'll turn Mick around here, make him bat from the right-hand side. Nobody on after that fastball that wasn't fast enough. It's 2 outs. All this coming with 2 outs, these 4 runs. So can Mick keep it up? He's flown out the Bill Burton. He robbed Mick in the second inning rather. Can Mick get a hit this time off of Hank? Hank enters this game his 42nd appearance. He's got a 5.88 ERA. He's 3-6 with 10 saves. And Mick blasts that ball down the right field line. And Mick standing down at second with a stand-up double. Looks like it might be the Yankees' day, folks. And that brings up the Moose. Scowen popped up behind home plate his first time up. Can he drive Mick in and make this a 5-0 ball game? And no, that's a big swing and a miss. So Hank holds the lead to 4. But the Yankees score 4, 2 of them on the Roger Maris 71st home run of the year. We get to the bottom of the 4th. It's Wood and Hank, and then back to the top of the order in McAleaf. Jake is batting .242, and he's got 14 home runs, 78 RBIs on the year. Terry now with a 4-run lead. Can he hold it? And Jake starts off and squares this one up, folks. And that ball is hit down the right field line. That ball drops into fair territory. Maris gets over, but Wood's going to speed on down the second with a lead-off double. And that brings up Hank. They're going to let him in the game, folks. They don't want to go through the bullpen too quickly. Hank is batting .500 on the year. He's 2 for 4. And Hank come through here and get a base hit. A single may score Wood, make it a 4-1 game. Here's the pitch to Hank. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the first out here in the third inning. Back to the top of the order, and Dick McAleaf. And Dick grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Back looks Wood back to second. Fires over to first. And now there's 2 outs with a runner down at second. Bill Burton And Bill, he is 0 for 1. He flew out the Yogi his first time up. Here's the pitch by Terry. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Maris. So the Tigers can't take advantage of that leadoff double. And they go down, leave Wood at second. It's still 4-0. We go to the top of the fifth. We got Bear, Howard, and Boyer due up here against Hank. Yogi's 0 for 1, grounded out to Wood his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here in the fourth. Brings up Mr. Elston Howard. He doubled his first time up and came around to score the first run of the ball game. And he do it again, folks. And that's a ground ball down to Jake. He throws over to Norm Cash. 2 up and 2 down for the Yankees here in the fourth. That brings up Clint Boyer now. Boyer is 0 for 1. He grounded out the Wood. And they walk him this time. Don't want to face him. They rather face Ralph Terry. And Ralph comes up to the plate. He got a sacrifice RBI to drive in that first run of the ball game. So here's Terry. Can he get a base hit here? No, that's going to be again hit down the Wood. He'll go over the short way to second. That'll end the inning. The Yankees strand 1, but still lead 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth. We got the big boys due up here for the Tigers. K-Line, Calavito, and Cash. And Al is 0 for 1. He's grounded out the shortest first time up. And that ball is blasting on. Al got a hold of that one, folks. He drives that ball into the gap in right field, bounces off the wall. And again, the leadoff batter standing down at second with nobody out. Calavito now. Chance to get the Tigers on the board. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And that's going to be deep enough to get K-Line down the third. That's not what you pay Rocky to do. But K-Line's down at third now with 1 out. With a 4-0 lead. The Yankees are going to play back here. They'll give up the run for an out. Norm Cash singled his first time up. Here's the pitch to Norm. And that's going to be a run down. They try to get K-Line at the plate. Instead, Norm Cash, while they're trying to get K-Line, they run K-Line back to third. Norm Cash tries to get down to second, and he's thrown out. That is a 5-2 5-4 put out, folks. See if the game can handle this. No, it can't. So how are we going to do this? The easy way is just to throw him out at first. Would be the easy way. Let's see here. Let's see if I can come up with the right way here. Give me 1 minute here, folks. See if I can find out how to get this done. Let's try this one more time here. Let's do 6. G 5 2 5. Runner 1/3. It's going to hold. Runner there goes, tries to go 2 bases. Let's see what happens here. Nope. That's what I was afraid of. We're just going to make it simple. We're just going to go G5 3. Runner 1/3 holds. That's all we're going to do. So K-line still down at 3rd. Steve Burris up. We're not messing around with this anymore. Sorry about that, but we got it. We got the out, and we still got the runner down at 3rd now with 2 outs. Yankees can play back. Steve Burris singled his first time up, and that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. He'll fire over the 1st, and that'll end the inning. And Al Kaline gets stranded down at 3rd, folks, and the Yankees get out of that with no run scoring. So we go to the top of the 5th. It's still 4-0 Yankees. We got the top of the order due up here. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris. Bobby walked and came around to score his last time up. Grounded out the short his first time up. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Dick throws that ball in the dirt. Norm Cash is able to come up with it, keeps Bobby from going down the 2nd, but he's on with an E6. You can't afford to give the Yankees extra outs here. Tony Kubek's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI, and he came around the score on the Maris home run. Here's the pitch to Tony, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. No, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Kubek out for out number 1. And here comes Roger Maris. He's 1 for 2 today, folks, with that 2 RBI homer. Can he do it again and get number 72 on the year? No, they don't want no part of that. They walk Roger. That puts Richardson down at 2nd. Roger at 1st for the Mick. And Mick is 1 for 2, hit a double his last time up. Can he drive in Bobby from 2nd and make it a 5-0 ball game? And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll get Bobby over to 3rd with 2 outs for the Moose. Here comes Scour now. Maris at 1st. Richardson at 3rd. Scour's over 2 popped up and struck out today. And that's going to be a base hit. No, it's not. Nice play out there by Bill Burton. Robs the Moose of a base hit and an RBI. Nice dive and catch. The Yankees leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's New York 4, Detroit nothing. Brown, Wood, and then a pitch hitter for Hank due up this inning. Dick Brown is 0 for 1. He hit into a double play his first time up. Here's the pitch to Brown, and that's going to be a fly ball. And Mickey Mantle says, whatever Bill Burton can do, I can do better. And he just robbed Dick Brown of a hit, folks. Nice run and play by the Mick. Turned on the jet. The old Comet comes through. Here's Jake Wood. He doubled his first time up off of Ralph. And that's going to be another base hit. Mick can't get to this one, folks. That'll drop in front of him for a hit. Jake Wood down at 1st with 1 out. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Hank. See who they'll bring off the bench. Most of the lefties are in the game. They're going to go with Smokey Maxwell. He's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit for Hank. In this must-win game, the Tigers down 4-0 You need to get something going here. Here comes Charlie. Charlie Maxwell is batting 207 on the year. He's got 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Can Maxwell come through here and help the Tigers in the bottom of the 5th? And no, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Only the 3rd strikeout by Terry today. That's a big 2 outs now. We're back to the top of the order. And Dick McAleaf, life. See what he's 0 for 2 today. Can he get a 2-out base hit here? And now that's going to be a fly ball, can of corn out there for Mick this time. So the Tigers leave 1 on. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 4-0 New York. And we got Berra, Howard, and Boyer due up here for the Yankees. Let's see who the Tigers are going to bring out of the bullpen. It looks like it's going to be Fred Gladden's going to come out of the pen. Pitch here. Where's old Gladden at? So Fred Gladden's going to come out here and pitch to Berra, Howard, and Boyer. Yogi's 0 for 2, grounded out the 2nd and struck out. Can he get on board here to start this 6th inning? And that's going to be a pop up out in the short left field. And Burris makes the catch. And Yogi's out of there. Up comes Elston Howard now. He's having a good game. He's 1 for 2 with a double and came around the score. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Burris. He may want to pick on somebody else besides Steve Burris. 2 balls hit the 3rd, 2 outs now. Here comes Boyer. He walked and grounded out the 2nd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. No, that's going to be a base on balls. Gladden's got that big W out there. He walks Boyer. Boyer's 2nd walk of the game. That brings up Ralph Terry at the very least. That gets him out of the way, and he won't be leading off the 7th. Ralph's got a sacrifice fly RBI on this game. Can he get a base hit here, folks? And no, that's going to be hit down the 2nd. Would have go to short way over the 2nd. And that'll end the inning. They leave Boyer stranded down at 1st. You go to the bottom of the 6th. You got Burton, Kaline, and Calavito. Comes the part of the lineup up. Tigers need to get something going. Down by 4 in this elimination game. Bill Burton 0 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Mick. He takes a few steps back and makes the catch. 1 down. Brings up Al Kaline now. Al's grounded out the short, and he's doubled. Here's the pitch to Al. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Boyer up with it. Quick 2 outs here in the 6th. It's up to Calavito now to get on board here and keep this inning alive. He's 0 for 2. He struck out and flew out the right. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Yogi. He's got room out there. Makes the catch. The Tigers go down in order. We go to the top of the 7th. It is 4-0 New York. Richardson, Quebec, and Maris, the top of the order. Bobby's 0 for 2. He did walk and reached on an error, though. So he's been on base twice. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Like I say, and they win here today. They clinched the American League pennant, meaning Mick will not play in those games down the stretch that he missed in real life. The only way I was going to play Mick is if those games meant something. So Bobby Richardson's trying to get aboard here in the 7th. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Burris. He fires over to Cash for out number 1. Burris has been busy in the last few innings. That brings up Tony Q back. He's 1 for 3, a double, and came around the score. He's flown out the left and struck out the other times. And that's going to be a ground ball down to, that's back to old Gladden. He picks it up. He fires over to first. Quebec's out of there. So nobody on and 2 outs for Roger Maris. And if you're a Tigers fan, that's how you like Roger coming up. He's 1 for 2 with that 2-run homer. They walked him his last time up. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. Roger continues to hit the ball well. And up comes the Mick. Can the Mick make this a 5 or 6 run lead here, folks? He's 1 for 3 with a double, and he's flown out to Bill Burton. Bill Burton's robbed him of 1 hit. Let's see if Mick can get the base hit here. And that's going to be a base on balls to Mick. So Mick trots on down to first. And that brings up the Moose with Maris down at second in scoring position. The Moose is 0 for 3. He's popped up the Brown, struck out, and flew out to Burton. Yeah, Rogers, 71 home runs, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, like I say, Appa does a great job, and Digital Diamond's doing a great job for the other teams. I guarantee you, it's a decent engine, that's for sure. And here's the pitch to Moose. Can he drive Roger in? And that ball is blasted in the left field. That'll score him Roger. And Mick with his Jets, he'll end up down at third. First and third, 2 outs, and the Yankees are up 5-0, folks. That brings up Yogi. And Yogi make it 6-0. Hold on here. We didn't get Roger in. Got to get Roger in. He scored. Got Mick down at third. Didn't get Roger in. Forgot to do that. All righty. Now we got first and third. And Mick down at third. Yogi at first for Scouring at first. Yogi at the plate. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Burton. That'll end the inning. But the Yankees tack on another. The Tigers couldn't afford that. It's 5-0. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Cash, Burris, and Brown due up here against Terry. And if you're a Yankee fan, that's how you want to see Norm Cash up. He's 1 for 2. You want the bases empty, batting .338 on the year. Here's the pitch to Cash, and that's a base on balls. I don't know if that was smart. I'd let him swing away here. I agree with pitching careful to Norm, but not that careful with a 5-run lead. Here's Steve Burris now. Steve's 1 for 2. He singled and grounded out the third. And that's a tailor-made double play. That ball is hit down to second. Richardson's up with it. Fires over to Q, back over to Scowen. 4-6-3 double play. So maybe Terry knows what he's doing out there. Kind of races the base runner now. There's 2 outs with Dick Brown up. Brown's 0 for 2. He's grounded out into a double play and flew out the Mick. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boyer. And the Tigers go down. Don't score. Terry faces the minimum thanks to that double play. We may do a double switch here. Gladden looks like he's beat. So we might bring in the Mike Work might come off the bench here. Yeah, he's going to come off the bench. He'll bat in the 9th hole for Gladden and be the catcher. And Brown will come out of the game. And And let's see who's going to come out here and pitch now. You got the righties coming up. Let's see who the Tigers will bring out here to pitch. I think Manny's going to come in here to pitch. Like I say, he'll bat in the 7th hole for Brown. And then Rourke will come in, bat in the 9th hole and catch. So we'll have a new battery here. And there's Mike, and he'll bat in the 9th spot. So Manny's going to come out here and try to keep this a 5-run game. Brown's out of there. And like I say, Manny will be facing Howard, Boyer, and Terry. He's be his 10th game of the year. He's got a 1.12 ERA, and he's 0-1. Can he hold this to a 5-run lead, folks? Elston Howard's 1 for 3 with a double and came around the score. Here's the pitch to Howard, and that's going to be popped up straight up the chute. Brown, oh, that's right, Rourke just came in the game. Of course, the ball finds you as soon as you enter the game. Mike makes the play, though. 1 out here in the 8th. That'll bring up Boyer. He's 0 for 1, but he's walked twice. Can he get on base again here, folks? And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jake Wood. And that'll be out number 2. And that leaves it up to Ralph Terry to keep this 8th inning alive. Terry is 0 for 2 today with an RBI. He's reached base twice on fielder's choices. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bill Burton. Yankees go down in order, but they still have a 5-0 lead. We'll have Wood, Work, and McAleaf due up here. Jake is 2 for 2. He's got Ralph figured out. He's one of the few Tigers that has. He's doubled and singled, excuse me. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Jake still perfect today. Been on base all 3 times. Here comes Mike up now, his first at bat. He's batting .281 on the year. He's got 3 home runs, 30 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Terry. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Not slow roller. Only one play is going to be the second. They get Wood. So Mike's down at second. We're back to the top of the order. And Dick is 0 for 3. He's grounded out twice and flew out the mic. 1 out now. Can they get a ground ball double play here? And that's going to be a runner out stealing. We're not going to have Mike stealing. He's the catcher, and they're down by 5. So that's going to be 1 strike on McAleaf. And that's going to end up being a hit by pitch. Ralph Terry hits him. All of a sudden now Terry's losing a little bit of control. The Tigers ain't happy. But Terry doing that on purpose with a 5-run lead trying to eliminate them. That brings up Bill Burton. 1 swing of the bat here, and he can make this game interesting. He's flown out all 3 outfielders, left, right and center. Here's the pitch to Burton. And that is hit down the short. Again, they won't turn two. They'll only get one. So it'll be first and third now with 2 outs for Al Kaline. Again, and Tigers lineup is deep. Kaline's 1 for 3 with a double. Again, one swing of the bat, and he can make this a ball game, folks. Here's the pitch to Al. And that ball is well hit. And that ball is driven into the gap in deep center field, rather. It gets over Mick's head, and that's going to clear the bases, folks. And now it's 5-2. And 2 outs now with Burton down at second. And that'll get the bullpen up for the Yankees. And Luis will get up. And that brings up Rocky Calavito. And again, one swing of the bat here, and Rocky can make this a 1-run game. He's 0 for 3. He struck out, flew out the right and flew out to the left, both corners. Here's the pitch to Rocky. And that is going to be a double in the left field. And that scores Kaline. And all of a sudden now, Terry can't get out of his own way. And now it's a 2-run lead, folks. Just like that, the Tigers' bats come alive. And that's going to be it for Ralph. They're going to bring in Luis to come in here and face Norm Cash, the lefty, and try to get a 4-out save here. Ralph was cruising through 7 2/3, and now all of a sudden, the Tigers have figured him out. So Luis comes in trying for his, I think, 37th or 38th save. We'll see here. So Terry, only thing he can do is win this game. He can't lose it. Tigers fighting for their lives here in the pennant. Trying to win this game, folks. Keep their hopes alive. Yankees trying to put an amen to this American League pennant. Here's Norm Cash. He's 1 for 2. He's walked and singled. Can Luis get out of this mess? It's 5-3 New York. Here's the pitch to Norm. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Calavito will score. It's a 1-run ball game, folks. Again, all this happening with 2 outs here in the 8th. Brings up Steve Burris now. The tying run down at first. 5-0 lead has quickly evaporated. Burris 1 for 3. He singled, grounded out the short, and hit into a double play. And that's going to be a pop-up on the infield. That'll end the inning. And Boyer makes the catch, but not until the Tigers score 4, folks. It's 5-4, New York. We go to the 8th. Can Manny keep this a 1-run lead? We got the top of the order due up here for the Yanks. Richardson, Kubek, and Maris. What looked like an easy victory has turned into a dogfight. Bobby's 0 for 3. He did walk, came around the score, and reached on an error. Can Bobby get on board and set the table here and get the Yankees an insurance run? And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Easy play. That's a swing and a miss. He's got the X factor. So strike count number 1 for Manny. 1 down here in the 9th. It's up to Kubek to set the tables for the M&M boys. He's 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Came around the score on the Maris home run. And that's going to be a pop up in the shallow left field. Burris goes out there, makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch, robs Kubek of a base hit. So now there's 2 down, and it's up to Roger Maris here in the 9th. Having one hell of a game. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, a homer, and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Roger will trot on down the first, pass the baton to Mick. Can the Mick give the Yankees some insurance here, folks? He's 1 for 3 with a walk. He doubled in that one time. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. We go to the bottom of the ninth. It's a 1-run game. We'll have a pinch hitter for Manning. We're back to the top of the order here. See who's going to come off the bench here for the Tigers. And see here. Fernandez is going to come off the bench, try to get on base here for Manny. Lead off the bottom of the ninth here. Can Luis pick up his 39th save of the year? Fernandez is batting .249, 4 home runs, 37 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down back to the mound. Luis is up with it, fires over to the Moose for out number 1 here in the ninth. We're back to the top of the order. No, we're not. That's right. Manny was batting in the 7 hole. We got the 8-9 hitters up. We got the bottom part of the order due up here, folks. Didn't realize that, but Jake Wood's having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. He doubled and singled. Here's the pitch to Jake. And that's going to be again, another ground ball back to the mound. Ground balls to Luis, 2 outs. Tigers down to the last out here to stay alive, folks. It's Mike Rourke. He came in on the double switch. He's 0 for 1. He reached on the fielder's choice and did come around to score. Can he keep the Tigers' hopes alive? And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boyer takes his time, fires over to first, and the Yankees win the pennant. Tigers didn't make it easy in that 8th inning. Let's take a look at the box score as the Yankees are your American League pennant winners, going to the World Series to face either the Braves or the Giants. Yankees get out to that big 5-run lead and had to hold on for dear life. Yankees 5 runs on 6 hits and no errors. The Tigers out-hit the Yankees 4 runs, though, where it counted. The Yankees outdid them in 8 hits for the Tigers and 1 error. Roger Maris won hell of a game. He's carrying these Yankees here against these Tigers. 2 for 3 with a 2 RBI home run. He was the only Yankee with 2 hits in this game. Yankees were 2 for 6, left 8 men on base. And for the Tigers, Al Kaline, he was 2 for 4 with a 2 RBIs. Norm Cash, 2 for 3 with an RBI. The big boys came through, but not quite enough. They was 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They only left 5 men on base. Terry cruised through 7 2/3 innings and then couldn't get that final out in the 8th. Picks up his 16th win and only 3 losses. Like I say, 7 2/3, gives up 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, struck out 3. Luis comes in, pitches an inning and a third, picks up his 39th win, gives up 1 hit, and that was it. Frank LARY gets lit up, only goes 2 2/3, gives up 3 hits, 4 runs, and walked 1 and gave up the home run to Roger. Then the bullpen came in and did their job, shut the Yankees down and gave them a shot. Old Hank goes 2 1/3, 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 3. Old Fred Gladden comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, a big run now. And then old Manny Monjo comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up a hit and strikes out 2. But the Yankees win and clinch the pennant, folks. Let's do the rest of the American League here. You got the Orioles traveling up to Boston on I-95 to take on the Red Sox. And the Orioles score 7. Let's see what the Stars about. The Red Sox committed 4 errors. So the Orioles 7 runs on 9 hits and an error. The Red Sox 5 runs on 8 hits and 4 errors. Then we got the Angels taking on the White Sox in the Windy City. Oh, thanks, Bernie. I appreciate it, man. It's been a hell of a year. Those Tigers, like I say, they didn't go down lying down. That's for sure. They fought back. Angels 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors, but the White Sox score 5. Win this ball game on 5 runs, 8 hits, and an error. Now we travel to the lake, Cleveland, for the Twins taking on the Tribe. Yeah, Maris got his 71st home run in this game, Bernie. Yeah, that 2-run homer was his 71st. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Yeah, the Twins win big. 5 runs on 7 hits and an error. The Indians 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. And the last game in the American League is the A's taking on the Senators for the battle of last place. A's have already lost 100. The Senators are sitting on 98. And the A's avoid the number 101 and beat the Senators. 6 runs on 13 hits and an error. The Senators 3 runs on 8 hits and an error. Yeah, now 72. He's got 10 games to get her done in. Let's take a look at the standings here and the leaderboard. Like I say, this win clinches the pennant for the Yankees. We'll make sure we do the math right here. Make sure I'm correct. The magic number should be 0 now. Yep. The Yankees clinched the pennant 12.5 games up on the Tigers. Have taken 3 out of 3 against the mighty Tigers. Pun intended with the Kellogg's commercial. The Orioles 13 games back. White Sox 19. Twins 25.5. The Angels 37. Red Sox 40.5. The Tribe 46.5. And the got a great battle for last place. Senators 55 games back and the A's 56 games back. Elston Howard's leading the American League with a 345 batting average. And as we've seen today, Roger Maris with his 71st home run. Gentile stuck at 56. Let's see how long it's been since Jim's hit a home run. So I thought he had a good chance at getting 60. So it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games since Jim's hit a home run. Let's see how many games has the Orioles got left here. See if he's still on pace to get 60. Can Gentile get number 60 and be the 3rd player in baseball history? Let's see here. $56. He's right on pace for 60 even. Can Gentile do it? Roger Maris has taken over the RBI lead in the American League, folks. And with Mick, like I say, I think starting after this Tiger series, he only plays like 1 or 2 more games this season. Looks like it's up to Roger to get the RBI title for the Yankees, 1 ahead of Mick. Gentile's with 139, Cash 138, Colavito Scowen with 137. That's a hell of an RBI race. And the pitching, Jim Bunning's got that 2.25 ERA. Him and Bill Stafford will be going up against each other in game number 152 with nothing on the line now. That should be one hell of a pitching duel. Bunning and Whitey both with 22 wins on the year. And Luis just picked up save number 35 to lead the American League and the major leagues. Of course, Roger just increased his MVP lead. And now you got Stafford and leading over Whitey and Bunning. Bill still holds the Cy Young lead here, folks. Rogers hit 381 in the last 12 games, folks. He has carried the Yankees here in September because Mick has struggled in September, to be honest. Let's take a look at Mick. He came out of it a little bit today, but he has struggled here in September. 1 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 3, 0 for 3, 0 for 3. 1 for 4, 0 for 2, 1 for 2, 0 for 2. 1 for 4. He had a good beginning of September, it looks like. Yeah. He was 2 for 4, and then he went 0 for 3, 0 for. But he's been walking. I got to give Mick credit. If he can't get on base by getting hits, he's walked. Let's see here. How many games did he get on base at least with a walk in a row? Damn. There was a 0 for 3 game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 games. Even though he wasn't hitting, he was on base with at least a walk in 31 games. That's damn impressive. Damn impressive. A 31 on base. Stopped on the 15th against the Tigers. 0 for 5 game. In the second game of a doubleheader. So day-wise, he's been on base for 32 straight days. Like I say, that was a doubleheader. But like I say, as far as his batting average, he's slumping here in September. But Rogers made the difference, that's for sure. I want to thank Bernard Strom Sports Replay. Check out his great channel doing the 1914 Boston Red Sox. Mike, check out his channel. He's starting to do some games over there. He's on Discord a lot, so check out Discord. Talk to Mike. Philip Reynolds, check out his great channel. Like he says, he's doing History Maker Baseball, the chase for 61. And check out Hunter's channel. He does a lot of Fortnite and games like that, folks. Alrighty. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of Detroit, hit that bell, like button, and leave a comment. Until next time, folks, you have a great afternoon and take care.